Hi, have you guys ever wondered about water treatment? So, what is water treatment? Water treatment is the process of removing contaminants and unwanted substances from water to make it safe for use. This includes reducing harmful chemicals, microorganisms, and suspended particles to acceptable level. Water treatment is very important for human health because it ensures that the water we use for drinking is clean and safe. It allows water to be used for other purposes such as irrigation and daily household activities. In Malaysia, water treatment involves several important steps to ensure safe drinking water. So what are the steps? First, pre-treatment, remove large debris like leaf and sand. Next is coagulation, where chemicals such as alum are added to neutralize fine particles so they can stick together. This followed by flocculation, a gentle mixing process that forms larger particles called flocks. Then, during sedimentation, these flocks settle at the bottom of the tank, leaving the clearer water at the top. After that, rapid sand filtration removes remaining fine particles and microorganisms by passing water through layers of sand and gravel. Finally, disinfection using chlorine or ozone kills harmful bacteria. Water contamination happens when harmful substances in water exceed the allowed safety standards such as the Malaysian National Drinking Water Quality Standard. Contaminated water can cause health problems like diarrhea, cholera, skin irritation, and long-term disease. It also harms aquatic life and reduces overall water quality. This is the number of polluted rivers in Malaysia from 2013 to 2022. In 2022, there were 6 polluted rivers in Malaysia, a decrease from 7 polluted rivers in the previous year. The lowest number of polluted rivers in the country was in 2015, with 5 rivers in total. This picture shows a news report about odor pollution in Selangor, Malaysia. The Department of Environment (DOE) reported that 2 people were held responsible for pollution in Sungai Kundang and Sungai Sembah, which caused water supply cuts in the Klang Valley. This incident happens on 23rd to 24th July 2024 at an industrial premise along Jalan Kampung Orang Asli, Huang Rawang, Selangor. This location is part of the river system supplying raw water to the Klang Valley region, making it a critical area for water management. Now, let's take a look at the river system that was affected by this incident. The lead waste entered the local drainage system and flowed through several rivers: Sungai Kuang, Sungai Kundang, Sungai Sembah, Sungai Selangor. These rivers supplies raw water to the water treatment plant serving the Klang Valley. As a result, 4 major water treatment plants, Rantau Panjang, Sungai Selangor Phase 1, 2, and 3, had to shut down temporarily to prevent contaminated water from reaching consumers.
The major contaminant in the Sungai Kundang incident is polymetacrylic acid or PMAA. PMAA is a synthetic polymer made of repeating metacrylic acid units with carboxylic acid groups. It is a solid, non-volatile and water-soluble substance, allowing it to spread easily in river water. PMAA is usually colorless, making contamination difficult to detect visually and posing risks to water quality. The video highlights the impact of river pollution on different aspects of life. There are 5 main impacts: public health, safety, social, cultural, and environment. First is public health. Acidic wastewater containing PMAA, its monomer, and other industrial chemicals makes the water unsafe. Exposure to this polluted water can irritate the skin, eyes, and respiratory system, especially for people living near the river. Next is safety. When polluted water cannot be treated properly, water treatment plants may need to shut down. Emergency water supply using tanker lorry, increased traffic risk, and handling hazards. The societal impact include long water cuts that disrupt daily activities, work, and studies. Communities may also need to spend more money to obtain clean water, increase the cost of living. In terms of cultural impact, polluted and foul-smelling river water is not suitable for religious practice, such as wudu, as well as for recreation and community activities. Finally, the environmental impact. High COD and chemical pollutant reduce dissolved oxygen in the river. This causes stress or death of aquatic life and leads to long-term damage to the river ecosystem. When polymetacrylic acid or PMAA enter the river, it directly affects water treatment plants. The chemical causes strong odor and change the water quality, making normal treatment process ineffective. As a safety measure, water treatment plants such as Rantau Panjang and Sungai Selangor Phase 1 2 and 3 were forced to shut down temporarily. This shutdown was necessary to prevent contaminated water from reaching consumers, but it also led to large-scale water supply disruption across the Klang Valley.
Let's move on to solutions and preventions. There are a few considerations that we have to take into account. First, the water supply must not contain any waterborne disease or other contaminants. And we have to ensure safety of water treatment workers from exposure to hazardous materials and dangerous situations. Besides that, the solution proposed should not greatly affect people's livelihood, such as industrial, agriculture, and fishing zones near the river, and the access to rivers and lakes for recreations because it is a part of local culture. Last but not least, the movement of aquatic life in the water and access to water sources for non-aquatic wildlife. There are three solutions that we propose, which are rotating biological contactors, RBCs, to be added before the disinfection tank, and reverse osmosis by membrane filtration before disinfection tank as well. Other than that, we can use Cationic Polyacrylamide CPAM as flocculant in the flocculation basin. The first solution is rotating biological contactors, RBCs. It is a biological approach with microbes attached on rotating filters. And since PMAA is a carbon-rich organic compound, so it can be removed in the form of carbon dioxide gas via microbial respiration. Next, reverse osmosis by membrane filtration. A high-performance pump is used to push water through a semi-permeable membrane that will filter out large PMAA molecules and only allow small water molecule to pass through. Last but not least, cationic polyacrylamide CPAM flocculant. The positive charges on the CPAM neutralize the negative charges of the PMAA, which destabilizes the colloidal particles and allows them to aggregate. By comparing environmental, economic, and societal aspects, we notice that rotating biological contactors (RBCs) is the most sustainable solution out of the three solutions that we propose.
This integrated model for environmental sustainability effectively aligns economic and societal priorities. Through strong enforcement, pollution is actively prevented and the resulting penalties are directed into a dedicated fund for ecosystem repair and restoration. This creates a self-reinforcing cycle that reduces long-term environmental cleanup expenses and promotes greater economic efficiency. Furthermore, by visible upholding accountability and delivering measurable improvements, the system cultivates deeper public trust in environmental justice and enhances sense of community safety and well-being. In this way, responsible environmental stewardship becomes a foundation for generating both tangible economic returns and stronger, more resilient social trust.
Waited 13 hours after the problem first appeared to turn the pipes off, allowing an estimated 1 million gallons of oil to leak into the Gulf. For context, 134 million gallons leaked during the 2010 BP oil spill.
Requiring Acrylic plants to treat and reuse all wastewater on site ensures zero discharge. This protects waterways, safeguards white fines, and safeguards public health, uniting environmental, economic, and societal benefits under true sustainability. A green buffer zone acts as a natural shield, reducing industrial impacts like pollution and noise on nearby communities. Trees and plants filter the air, providing low-cost environmental protection while creating pleasant green spaces that enhance community well-being. Call to action. Support clean water initiatives, report pollution incidents, like and share our video to let more people aware of this.